Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy's revenge: will she ruin Brooke and Ridge's happily ever after? Ridge's sudden desire to leave his post as co-CEO of Forrester Creations to focus on the couture line has opened up a can of worms on Bold and Beautiful, and the situation is going to get worse for Steffy before it gets better, but maybe not as bad as it could have been. Confused? Let us explain. Bold and Beautiful Denise Richards makes a surprising comeback. Wild things in store. Ridge took his daughter by surprise when he announced out of the blue that he needed to focus on designing for couture if the company were to continue to be successful. Part and parcel of this decision involved stepping down immediately as Steffy's co-CEO, which threw her for a bit of a loop. Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Torsten K. Steffy's a dynamo, but running a global fashion empire all by her lonesome whilst raising two young children, carving out time to agonize over the return of Sheila, and her husband's increasing fascination with not only his birth mother, but also her nemesis, definitely amounts to a plate too full. Who can blame her for balking at taking it on without help? Ridge's answer, of course, was to find her help, and who better than a woman Steffy has butted heads with repeatedly over the course of their lives? Brooke was able to see the flawed thinking in this plan and turned him down, which means it will have to be someone else. But who? Well, we have an idea, and it was foreshadowed in a line from last week. Torsten K. Catherine Kelly Lang. During the hot debate as to whether or not to save Hope's line, Ridge declared at one point that Steffy, Hope, and Thomas were the future of the company. It was a passing line meant to explain to Steffy why he thought it important to give Hope for the future time to rebound before cutting it, but it also gave us a hint at what's coming. With Brooke turning down the position of co-CEO, Ridge is almost certainly going to offer it to Thomas. Despite having just moved overseas with his son Douglas, Thomas is unlikely to turn down an opportunity to advance in the family business even if it means having to face the woman who turned down his marriage proposal not once, but twice. Thomas proposed Hope B&B. Now, one would think this would make Steffy happy, given she'll have dodged the bullet of having to work with Brooke and would be running the company alongside the brother she loves, but instead, we think it may be the final straw for her. Why? Well, Steffy was the one who encouraged Thomas to leave in the first place, so desperate was she to keep him away from Hope, who she accused of using him as a sex toy. Furthermore, Thomas is unlikely to be on board with her plan to cut Hope for the future given its close proximity to his heart. In fact, he might help save it, which is bound to make Steffy's head explode. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates tease Deacon Sharp and Sheila Sharp didn't waste a moment and promptly got married after Sheila's rescue. However, there are two other lovebirds who have been dragging their feet when it comes to their marriage ceremony. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers: what's taking so long? Why the holdup in Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester's wedding plans? What's taking so long? B&B spoilers: Steffy's revenge: will she ruin Brooke and Ridge's happily ever after? Initially, it seemed like they were eager to walk down the aisle again, but now it appears they have put the wedding planning and talk on hold. This delay might play into Steffy Forrester's favor as the long-standing Forrester-Logan rivalry resurfaces. Steffy has always had issues with Brooke and Hope Logan, and their conflict is intensifying, and will likely continue to. If Brooke changes her mind and agrees to co-run Forrester Creations with Steffy, things could escalate even further, turning into a vicious family feud once again. B&B spoilers: Steffy Forrester's retaliation? If such a situation arises, what actions could Steffy take in response? What kind of retaliation might she plan? It is possible that she may retaliate by confronting Brooke on a personal level and attempting to persuade Ridge to end their relationship permanently. Steffy has previously opposed the romance between Brooke and Ridge, so this would not be unfamiliar territory for her. She and Thomas Forrester attempted a parent trap previously. To what extent would Steffy be willing to go in order to eliminate Brooke from her father's life once and for all? Could she go as far as orchestrating a scheme to entice Brooke into cheating on Ridge with someone from her past? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers: once a cheater, always a cheater? Destiny or not, what does seem destined at Brooke's proclivity to cheating? She's cheated on Ridge many times in the past. Steffy has the ability to manipulate the situation and make it appear as if Brooke betrayed Ridge, even if she didn't give in to temptation. By sowing seeds of doubt, she could create a dramatic scenario that Ridge and Brooke are all too familiar with. Steffy's cunning nature might prompt her to take actions to permanently remove Brooke from the equation. It's possible that Steffy believes if she can disrupt Ridge and Brooke's marriage plans, she can also force Brooke out of Forrester Creations. Forrester fashion drama Brooke takes on co-CEO role alongside Steffy? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Brooke Logan recently confessed her desire for a more involved role at Forrester Creations, tiring of the status quo. Her voicing her desires to once again have an active part in the company lead Eric Forrester and Donna Logan to fully support her. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Steffy Forrester won't approve. Of course, Brooke didn't think Steffy Forrester would approve, but Steffy may have to accept some big changes at Forrester Creations whether she likes them or not. Since Steffy loves giving orders and being in constant control of everything, it'd be nice to see her taken down a peg. Bossy Steffy may be in for a rude awakening soon enough. It was mentioned in the May 29th episode that Ridge Forrester wished he had more time to design, so maybe he could decide to give up his co-CEO position. It's easy to imagine Ridge breaking that news to Steffy, so she might suggest she's just fine with being the sole CEO and running things on her own. B&B spoilers, co-CEO working with Steffy Forrester? However, that may not be what Ridge has in mind considering all this talk about Brooke and the active Forrester role she's craving. What if Ridge wants Brooke in a co-CEO spot and run Forrester Creations alongside Steffy? Eric adores Brooke and has already been insisting the company could use more of her input. You can bet Eric would back Ridge up on this decision, so Steffy might find herself outnumbered following an official board vote. As for Hope Logan, she would love to have her mom in the co-CEO seat next to Steffy. It's not like Brooke wouldn't have the experience. Her name alone carries substantial weight in the fashion world, especially by those who adored the Brooke's bedroom line. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Hope Logan's line could be saved. Hope might find comfort in Brooke's ability to control Steffy and prevent her from acting on personal vendettas. Steffy's threat to cut ties with Hope for the future could be thwarted by Brooke if she is granted the power to do so. The situation will be influenced by Brooke's upcoming job title and how much authority is connected to it. Meanwhile, Ridge is struggling to balance his artistic pursuits with his co-CEO duties. Will Brooke's power play upset Steffy and take over Ridge's responsibilities? Hope will eventually imagine an even steamier scene in the privacy of her own home, so stay tuned for that later during the week of June 10th to 14th. In the meantime, Hope may struggle to make sense of what she's feeling and wonder what she should do about it. Since Steffy sent Thomas to Paris with Douglas Forrester, part of Hope has been craving revenge. There's no denying that Hope could make Steffy pay if she legitimately got Finn to hook up with her or even stole him altogether. That'd prove to be quite a challenge considering Finn's commitment to Steffy, but Hope could still give it a try. For now, Hope will probably just sit there looking bewildered over her Finn fantasy, but we'll give you more predictions on any vengeful plans that might form as a result.